Who's the most important person in a restaurant? That would be a nice debate for people to have. You know, some people could say the cook's the most important because the food's not good, I'm not coming. Some could say it's the waiter. If the waiter's rude, you're not going to come back. If the maitre d' sits you near the kitchen in a noisy spot, you're going to have a really miserable evening. And if the folks, the pot washers, wind up giving you dirty silverware, it won't work for you. And, you know, again, you can make the argument for any of them and have a great debate. But I'd like to suggest that perhaps this type of thinking can shed light into Yosef's perplexing dreams and Yakov Avinu's response to them. In this week's Parsha, Yosef has these dreams that physical things bow down to him, sheaves of wheat, and eventually the celestial bodies of the heaven bow down to him. And the brothers were envious, and Yaakov Aviv Shamar Sadavar. He was watching to see what would happen. Now, if any of us, one of our kids got up at the Shabbos table and said, hey, Mom, Dad, I had this dream that everybody bowed down to me, you take them to a therapist. What did Yaakov Avinu see? I'd like to suggest a thought, perhaps, that might shed light and might really inspire us. Adam's grandchildren started worshiping idols, according to the Rambam. And I'd like to suggest that this is what they were thinking. They looked around the world, they couldn't see God, so they said, okay, what's the most important thing in this world? So some worship the sun, because you can't live without the sun. Some worship the earth, and some worship the water. Avram Avinu comes along, and he says, hey folks, there's an owner of the restaurant, there's God. He created all of these things. Even if you can't see him, he's the one you should be worshiping. I'd like to suggest that Yosef had a bold and a novel idea. Yosef said people are the most important thing in this world because God made this world so that people would live meaningful and spiritual lives. Yosef said a person, a human being, is at the center of everything, even the objects in heaven. I think it was clear that the brothers didn't understand him. They said, you know, I should be in the middle. Why are you in the middle? Yaakov got it. Yaakov understood what he was saying. Yosef's looking to live the type of life that makes the world worthy of being created. So the brothers, Yaakov said, they stay with me. You have a dream like this, you need to be tested. You need to work. You need to really push the boundaries of what you want to do. And Yosef was tested with exile and slavery, and I think the greatest test of all was power. When he survived these tests, Yaakov Avinu came down and saw him and saw that he was a person worthy of the world being created. Yaakov bowed and said, Shema. I think it's very important. We all need dreams. We all need to dream bold, creative things that perhaps others had not thought of. It's an integral part of our existence. And Yosef's dreams in this Parsha just serve to illustrate that. Have a great Shabbos.